Hello everyone. This video is brought to you by the IT department of Banarsidas Chandiwala Institute of Professional Studies. It is based on the topic the role of business analytics in decision making process. Before going into the topic, I would like to give a brief introduction about our college. Banarsidas Chandiwala Institute of Professional Studies is established under the aegis of Sri Banarsidas Chandiwala Seva Smarak Trust Society. The trust was formed in the year 1952 by Sri Brijkrishan Chandiwala in the memory of his late father Sri Banarsidas Chandiwala, who was a great freedom fighter and a close associate of Sri Mahatma Gandhi ji. He was also honored with Padam Shri in the year 1963. Today, the society runs various healthcare and educational institutions. BCIPS offers management program in BBA and MBA. The admission criteria for MBA is CAT 2019 followed by CMAT 2020. Admission is also possible through CET conducted by GGS IPU only if the seats remain vacant. For BBA, it is based on CET conducted by GGS IPU. In the MBA program, our college offers specializations in finance, marketing, human resource management, information technology, and international business. Now, coming back to the topic, I would like to start with Albert Einstein's famous quote: "Not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted." This is more relevant for today's world functioning with innumerable data. Business analytics can be termed as a data science for business. The main purpose here is to make management aspirants know how to use data using business analytics and the various business analytic models used to make better business decisions. I would like to address the first question which comes to our mind: why study business analytics? LinkedIn says business analytics is one of the key skills companies need the most for taking data-driven approach. The companies need skilled employees in analytics who are less in number in the present scenario. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, operations research analytics jobs is going to grow by 27% through 2026, which is much higher than the average for all occupations. Now, to address the question on why managers should understand business analytics, I would like to quote Gartner Research. It says business analytics includes data mining, predictive analytics, applied analytics, and statistics, which are delivered in an application suitable for business user. Understanding business analytics is an essential part for running any business, be it is a retail startup or a multinational corporation. Managerial and executive decision making arises from this process, and in order to reach these decision making positions in the career, one needs to understand business analytics, especially good managers. Now, let's see what is business analytics. It is a process of using quantitative methods to derive meaning from the data in order to make informed business decisions. There are three primary methods in business analytics: descriptive analytics, predictive analytics, and prescriptive analytics. Descriptive analytics addresses the question what has happened. It helps to identify possible trends in the large database. The best example is Google Analytical Tools. The outcome of this tool helps us to understand what actually happened in the past and validate if a promotional campaign was successful or not based on the basic parameters like page views, etc. The tools and technology used here are measures of central tendency, measure of dispersion, and graphs, to name a few. Predictive analytics. It addresses the question what could happen. It is useful to build predictive models to identify and predict the future trends. The best example is in credit score analysis. In credit score analysis, it helps financial institutions to decide the probability of a customer paying credit bills on time. The tools used here are multiple regression and ANOVA in statistics, information system methods like data mining and sorting, operation research methods like forecasting models. Coming to prescriptive analytics, it addresses the question, what should we do? It helps to allocate resource optimally to take advantage of predicted trends. The best example is the usage in large-scale organization. Large-scale organization use prescriptive analytics for scheduling the inventory in supply chain, optimizing production so as to optimize the customer experience. The methodology used here is the operation research methods like linear programming and decision theory. Some of the major benefits of business analytics are: number one, informed decision making. This can be achieved by analyzing data from multiple sources. Second benefit, greater revenue. This can be achieved by justifying and revising decisions based on up-to-date information. And thirdly, improved operational efficiency, which can be achieved by monitoring KPIs and reacting to changing trends in a real time. Let me explain some of the real world applications of business analytics. Critical product analysis. It helps to allow minor alterations to be made in a location specific product. Improved customer service. This can be achieved by keeping track of frequent customer queries to improve customer satisfaction. Upselling opportunities. It is to identify the most prominent needs of a business customer base. Simplified inventory management. From the gathered data, it helps to predict the products on the verge of being outdated so as to minimize the loss for the company. Competitive price insights. By tracking customer trends and price range that suits them, companies can fix competitive price. Few examples of innovative use are GPS-enabled navigation devices. These devices help drivers to choose best routes based on real-time traffic patterns. Analytic algorithms. These algorithms are used to forecast attrition probabilities and risk analysis, thereby recommending precise strategies. Dashboards. Dashboards reflect last quarter sales along with the predicted sales for the next quarter under various conditions, like an effective product mix for maximum profitability and so on. Simulations. Simulations evaluate alternate scenarios automatically to optimize the result, like the number of sales professionals needed to assign in a particular territory and so on. According to analytics training, the following tools are being used by companies around the world for their business decision making process. The open source R is used by Accenture, Cognizant, Google, Facebook. Python is used by Alibaba, Google, Cognizant, Genpact. Apache Spark used by Uber, Ola, Pinterest, Facebook, Infosys. Apache Storm used by Groupon, Twitter, Yahoo, Alibaba. Pig and Hive are used by Yahoo, Facebook, Twitter, Uber, Flipkart. And commercial analytic tools like SAS used by banking giants HSBC, Citibank, Accenture, HDFC, Tableau used by Barclays, Citibank, Toyota, Dell, HP. Excel is used almost by every company known to the mankind, and Splunk used by Adobe, Coca-Cola, to name a few. The knowledge about the following tools are necessary to become a successful business analyst. Excel. Excel helps in quick analysis, charting, visualizing the data. R programming. It helps in running linear regression, logistic regression, neural networks, random forest, and basic statistical analysis. Statistics, especially linear regression, logistic regression, and time series analysis, forms the fundamental of any machine learning algorithms. They help us to understand the output. Decision tree analysis. Decision tree is a type of supervised learning algorithm widely used in classification problems. Cluster analysis. It is an unsupervised algorithm which is helpful whenever there is a requirement to club similar entities together based on some characteristics. In this slide, I will be discussing about the future trends to look out in analytics. Data quality management. Most companies understand the impact of data quality on analysis and further decision making. Thus, they have implemented data quality management policies. Data discovery or visualization. It requires understanding the relationship between data in the form of data preparation, visual analysis, and guided advanced analytics. Predictive analytics. In predictive analytics, ANN and ARIMA are going to be the in thing. In ANN, that is artificial neural network, data is processed in a similar way like biological neurons. In ARIMA, the technique is applied on time series analysis, which applies data from the past to model the existing data, and it helps in making future predictions. Prescriptive analytics. Prescriptive analytics is characterized by the techniques based on graph analysis, simulation, neural networks, complex event processing. Augmented analytics. Augmented analytics will help in bringing the best possibility that even average business user will be able to build analytic models to solve complex formulas in a simpler and approachable way. Tax analytics. It helps the organization's tax function make smarter, real-time decisions to improve business performance and derive strategies from them. Embedded analytics. Business have recognized the potential to embed various business intelligence solutions like API dashboards or reports into their own application for improving productivity and quick decision-making process. Cognitive analytics. It applies human-like intelligence to certain tasks like understanding not only the words in a text but the full context of what it is being written or spoken. It also helps in recognizing objects in an image with a large amount of information. The example for this is chatbots, which had become an in thing in every site. In the post-COVID scenario, we can see exponential growth in data science and business analytics. A rise in the businesses in the field of healthcare, food and beverage, and energy can be seen after lockdown is lifted. To keep track of the record of the numbers and trends, there will be more demand in data science and business analytics. Before concluding, I would like to differentiate between data science and business analytics. Data science combines data with algorithm building and technology to answer a range of questions, while business analytics is the analysis of company data with statistical concepts to get solutions. Coding forms an integral part of data science, while it is not much involved in business analytics. Computer science knowledge is required for data science, while statistical usage is required for business analytics. Data science uses structured as well as unstructured data, but business analytics primarily uses structured data only. The future trends in data science consist of machine learning and artificial intelligence, while in business analytics it is cognitive analytics and tax analytics. On a concluding note, I would like to mention the best methodologies have no value unless there is someone able to work with them. Business analytics is not only rewarding for the companies but also it provides a great chance for the professional development. It is a dynamic and exciting career, especially in a market where the supply has still not even closely matched the growing demand, thus making it an excellent choice for those seeking a new role. The BCAPS IT team comprises of Mr. Prashant Kumar, Ms. Neha Singh, Ms. Pooja Yadav, and myself, M. Bhuvneshwari. Thank you.